spiral.
We're gonna go full spiral.
All right, so basically I want to welcome everybody to the party tonight. My name is Chris, and my friends call me Little Rainbow Boy, and some of my other friends call me Big Rainbow Boy, and some of my other friends call me Non-Specified Size Rainbow Boy. Basically, I've been told that if I keep doing this voice for too long, it gets obnoxious, and so I'm gonna switch it right now.
Yeah, welcome everybody. This is very so nice to have everybody here. And I want to introduce the birthday boy himself, Jonathan Mozenter.
Thank you, Chris. Love your humor. Thanks everyone for coming. I'm like overjoyed to see so many beautiful souls here. Really touched to celebrate my 50th birthday. I wanted to talk just briefly about how bringing everyone together ties with my deepest passions, my big why of being here. I'm really passionate about bringing higher energies to the planet, and some people, like I study a lot of Buddhism, call it becoming a Buddha, or if people into Christianity call it like Christ consciousness, or people who are into integral theory might call it like second tier or third tier being, or if you study with my teacher over here, Donnie Epstein, might be bringing the unbound to the bound, or bringing us more soul, upper mental and weaver. And I'm really passionate about transformation. Anyone who knows me, and you all know me, know I'm very gung-ho. Gross understatement. So I wanted to do one of the things I've learned is to put energy first. And I wanted to energize the room with a technique I've been learning from Donnie over here. I'm going to do a directed, I guess what I call a directed energy gap spell together to energize the room around this very specific intention that I'm so passionate about. There's a lot of energy when we do it together, so I'm just going to lead us through it. Some people are familiar with this technique. You just have to follow. It's really easy. So the first thing we're going to do together is we're going to bring an imaginary arrow down from the sky. And it has 3 points to it, a tip, a shaft, and some arrows. And we're going to fill them up with some qualities, and we're going to fire up the room for a direct result that has to do with what I was just talking about. So actually, I'm going to put the microphone down to do this because I need to move the hand. So, I got a loud voice, so yeah, good. So I'm going to ask the people to do this with me. We're going to all do this together. So in our left hand, we're going to have all of us kind of here right now, all brilliant, beautiful souls, have a piece of the puzzle to create a more beautiful world. But we don't know each other that well. And over here, we have the other side of the gap, which is where we're going to leave the party tonight all feeling overjoyed, all feeling like we met some people that guided us towards a higher part of our potential. And we had a really good time. We got some new wisdom. It's going to be different for each one, but we're all going to leave like full in our heart, knowing that not only do we have a good time, but we're building something together. So now we're going to go back over here to the left hand. We're just going to feel into what it's like being here right now. And then we're going to go over to the left hand, and we're going to feel what it's like to leave here knowing, woo, man, I just had a special evening, and I'm feeling energized for the future. Yeah. And now we're going to go back over here to the left hand, and we're going to feel into what it's like now. And back over to the right hand for the future. We're going to start to bring our hands slowly together and go oscillate between one hand to the other, kind of feeling, and the universe hates the, yes, a void. So, help fill and energize this gap. intelligence. Yeah. All right, at the count of 1, 2, 3, we're going to all slap our hands together. 1, 2, 3. And that symbolizes energizing that gap. We're going to put that into the tip of our arrow. And we'll point out that when we are all feeling more connected and energized, it helps the bigger whole. And we're going to charge this up with 3 emotions. Yes, and the first one, it's a birthday party, so we're going to start a celebration. So the first part is exuberant, celebratory joy. Just feel that right now. And the second one is humor. And back and forth, exuberant, celebrate joy. And humor. And start to bring our hands together, start to mix these 2 emotions together. Exuberant, celebrate joy. Humor. 1, 2, 3, bring them together. And now we've got exuberant, celebrant joy in our left hand. And we're going to bring in one more emotion, connection. It's all about us connecting. So start to feel exuberant, celebrate joy with humor. And feel like deep connection. Yeah. Exuberant, celebrant joy, deep connection. Exuberant, celebrant joy, deep connection. Start to bring your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we're going to put this into the shaft. And now we're just going to do one more part before we're going to energize the whole Riverside for this result. We're going to do something called energetic strategies. All right. So the first strategy is super energy rich. So just get into your super energy rich state. Imagine what that is for you. Feel that in your left hand. And in the right hand, we're going to bring in this Weaver intelligence that's going to connect us. It knows exactly which of us needs to meet tonight to bring our higher self. So it's super energy rich. Weaver, super energy rich, the Weaver, the synchronicities. Start to bring your hands together. Super energy rich, Weaver, super energy rich, Weaver. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to add one more to this. And we're going to bring super energy rich in our left hand. And we're going to bring in soul intelligence in our right hand. Yeah. Soul intelligence is going to tell us the light of truth. It's going to be like, go meet that person, go talk to this person. Super energy rich with the Weaver, add in some soul. Super energy rich with the Weaver, add into the soul. Start to bring them together. Super energy rich Weaver, soul. 1, 2, 3, boom. Alright, we're going to put that into the tail. We're going to do something very specific. This is a birthday boy spell, so we're going to... So we're all going to have our arrows, and we're going to cock, and what we're going to do is we're going to shoot it right. I'm going to have right here is my soul spot and my energetic. What we're going to do is we're going to all shoot it at my spot. And then I'm going to take everybody's energy and bring it together with my soul, and I'm going to shoot it out. And we're going to imagine this arrow going all the way around the Riverside and creating a vortex in each of the room with this spell. I'm going to count to 10. The vortex is going for 10 seconds, and we're going to imagine the energy just going everywhere in the room. Alright, everyone cock their arrows. Okay. On the count of 3, you hit this spot right here. 1.
Your spot?
Yeah, my spot.
Land away.
1, 2, 3. This arrow is so powerful, it's got everyone's energy going into every room. Imagine a vortex in every room in the Riverside. 1, 2, 3. Imagine a vortex. Now explosion of energy.
Wow, Jonathan, amazing, thank you.
Let's send one to Boulder. Let's send one to Boulder. One more arrow. To the city.
We're getting a no,
It's already happened.
Yeah. that boulder. That energy is so powerful. It affects the whole world, guys. You don't know. The people here are super powerful. Go ahead, Chris.
Thank you. Okay. So basically, now at this point, we're gonna give people an opportunity, popcorn style, to give Jonathan an appreciation and or tell like a funny story. And so,
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back, but also don't go too long. And so, yeah, so I'll kick us off, and then that mic can just get passed around, and like anybody who feels inspired, yeah, just grab it, and we'll get both mics going around.
Yeah, it's a voluntary thing, so we'll just pass it around. If you want to speak something, just hold on to it, we'll come to you. We'll pass it around. Everyone will have a chance who wants to say something.
All right, so the story that I want to tell it involves when Jonathan and I were doing San Pedro with our shaman. And so, yeah, of course. So basically, while I was under the influence of San Pedro, I channeled something that I call the Supermassive Black Dragon Initiation Training Ceremony. And it was like pretty involved. And so basically I was went back to where Jonathan was, and I was like, all right, Jonathan, like, are you up to do this? Yeah, initiation. And Jonathan, of course, wanted to know what he was like getting involved in, but my shaman was like, no, like, don't tell him, like, you either do it or you don't, Jonathan. And so Jonathan decided he was open to doing it, and then it involved going in the lake, and so he takes off all his clothes and he goes into the lake. And then the fucking head of the like neighborhood guy comes out. Well, Jonathan, because like you have to do this thing where you hold your breath and you flap your wings like a dragon underwater and stuff. And so the president of the neighborhood comes out, and he's like, yeah, so that guy has to be wearing a life vest if he's in the water. And so I feel very blessed to have you in my life, and yeah, like I visualize you as like this, like that there's this like underwater rainbow kingdom, and you're this like, you're this like rainbow elephant, and I'm like this rainbow seal that's like, or this rainbow dolphin that's like riding your back, and like you're clearing the path for me, and I just like, yeah. Just deep bows, and I love you. Thank you.
Wow. I work at the Wellness Center, and I met Jonathan because he goes there. And I just want to say I appreciate the energy you bring into the office every day. Yes, I said office, you heard the accent.
I love it.
And it's been really fun watching your journey from just like we met and you were some guy who came in and I was a girl who worked there, and all the stories of your travels and your experiences and how much you share from me and the insight you give me and what I can learn from you. So thank you for that, and thank you for inviting me here and bringing us all together, and I appreciate you, and happy birthday.
Very grateful to be here tonight and celebrate this incredible soul. Like this extraordinary spirit, your determination, and I'm very fortunate to, I would say, to use the mic.
We can't hear you.
It was a more private message for I've been very fortunate to be known Jonathan. I've just realized now that I think it's been at least a couple of years.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
And remember first time I think we spoke was in at the Westin Hotel in the restaurant.
I remember that.
You gave me this biggest hug. And I was like, who's this guy? He's kind of like it. And so much have shifted, but most importantly, I'm so excited for all of the extraordinary things you're going to, all of the adventures you're going to be on. So cannot wait to see all of that and to hopefully also be part of that journey.
Absolutely.
Yes. So
thanks. Another big hug.
My heart and my soul and my being with your energetic arrow earlier. My brains are everywhere and my heart is lifted up, seriously. And I just imagine Jonathan, I wish I had a hilarious story about Jonathan. What I see with Jonathan is he's like this water droplet coming from like 1,000 miles in the air, and you like spin around in a very exciting way, and then you hit this ocean, and that just creates this ripple effect throughout all of, like, from this spot, like what we said about shooting the arrow to Boulder, like that it went further than Boulder already, and just like that energy, you really bring that to every single moment of every time that I interact with you. And so thank you for being a beautiful human being that really just is super passionate about like bringing us all together and just lifting us all up. Thank you.
So happy birthday and welcome to the 50 Club. And I see the second 50 being even more energy rich, full of adventure and love and kindness than the first 50. And what I will say, really complimenting what Patrick said here, I don't think I've ever come across another soul that has such a wide variety of experience and such a high level of intelligence and has not forgotten his heart. You are the kindest person and soul that I think I've ever met. And I will say, when I saw your invitation, I was like super excited. I'm like, a birthday party for Jonathan? He's turning 50? I had no idea how old you are. Timeless, ageless.
Wow.
Thank you, and thanks for bringing us all together.
I'm speaking from my heart. I didn't prepare to think of what to say right now, but just want to say thank you for the invitation, and it's been an honor and a privilege to do a bit of social organizing with you and to bring together the men that we brought together. And I just feel very lucky and grateful that that you live close enough that we can connect in person. Yeah. And thank you for paving the way forward in terms of time served on this planet, and really demonstrating balance and wisdom. And awareness of different sectors of reality that are hard to find in a man. So, blessings to you.
I know Jonathan through my roommate Claw, who does massage therapy, and how I know Jonathan is that he takes these 5-hour massages that sound incredible, and that's how I know him, because after he's done, like, he's so calm, and we just like talk about like shamanistic stuff and ceremonies and plant medicines and all this type of metaphysical stuff, and so like me and him kind of connect on that level. And so I just want to appreciate you taking the time to go through a 5-hour massage, not just once, but like multiple times. I feel like appreciating you.
Four hands.
With energy work too.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was in one of those sessions.
Spoil yourself.
So I see like the dedication of the you going through this phase of healing yourself through having other people help you heal, and you facilitating other people's healing and being the bridge for people. And I just want to appreciate that, Jonathan.
I need an assistant.
Oh, okay. I'm the assistant.
My name is Melina, and I live in Boulder. I met Jonathan at the gate.
I think that one's on.
Is this one on?
Yes.
Yes. Shit, it's got echo. Okay.
I can only turn on the echo effect, but
can you guys handle the echo? Okay.
Yes.
So can I. So Donnie says you're going to meet the person that you're avoiding the most. There he is. And we have such a deep connection. that words cannot express it. So this gathering is highly intentional, highly charged with his love. So, a little demonstration of our friendship. Will you open it up? Yes. Sure. Get the little bag of clay out.
I feel so. Hold on. Hold, please.
I'm a kid. I can't open that.
It's childproof. Sorry. Which one? Which
The
color
clay.
do you want? Okay, there you go.
Can you open it?
Yep. Okay. Can you hold that?
I'm a child. They're being adult assistants.
Don't worry, my chief.
So something I've learned about friendship and connections is don't be late for your divine appointment. I didn't want to go to the gate for whatever reason, excuses, whatever. It was a Valentine's present my husband sent me. So friendship is like this. It's just a white, blank ball of clay. And whatever you put into it, can you hold it?
Sure. What color?
Usually is a reflection of what's going on outside of you. So Jonathan started talking to me about metaphysics. We started talking about all these different spiritual experiences and divine appointments. And oh, he practices this, I practice this. Let's combine forces. So here's these two little balls of clay that have no real nothing until they come together, and then it kind of molds as you interact with each other and your energies mingle. And I've noticed that Jonathan has a very huge heart, and he has taught me with his generous love and his open heart how to be more genuine and to be the oddity that you are and wear it and share your magic because the world needs it. So Jonathan, thank you so much, because I feel like our friendship is complete.
So one of the like the top memory things that I have of Jonathan is we were at an event with Donnie, and at the end of the event you do like this no talent, or it's called the no talent show. So it's basically it's a talent show for people without talent. So we all signed up, of course. So Jonathan performed, and Jonathan was my memory of it is that you were was it the voice of God or was it you talking to yourself? Was it?
Oh, yeah, a little of both.
Yeah. So basically,
oh God, I mean,
he tells this story about he's driving his car and the voice of God or his higher self is telling him like, Jonathan, go this way. And I'm like paraphrasing how he sounded. And then at the end of it, he said that the voice of God told him, Jonathan, go get a sandwich. So anytime I'm talking to our mutual friend Sanjay, we always mess around and I'm like, Sanjay, this is the voice of Jonathan. So anyways, that's our memory and we love it and we'll always love you for that. And thank you for doing this, man. This is really cool how you brought, so many people together. And yeah, just grateful for it. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Who would think of having a birthday and you give us the present? And that's something that I think has driven you in life. Always giving a present of whatever passion and new goodie you learned about and experienced. And what I'm seeing with you, and I'm so proud and humbled by it, is that the person who's giving is much bigger than you or any of us. And not attached to the outcome other than serving with lots of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun and humor.
And the rest of what I'm going to say is another plane. Woo! Microphone. Happy birthday!
All right.
So Jonathan and me, it's been a pleasure to be an astrologer for you, and also to partake in those forehand massages. So yeah, man, it's changing the world and working on inside, and it's been an honest pleasure to be a part of your journey and hearing your trip to Tulum and all that kind of transformations that go on, and I can actually really see the impact that it's made upon all your friends and a lot of people here, so it's an honor to know you, and thank you for inviting me. So, pleasure.
Jonathan, it's really beautiful to see all the people that have gathered here tonight to celebrate you in this 5th decade, and it's really amazing for us all to gather and to meet and to celebrate you. And I'm really honored to be here. Thank you so much.
I guess I had a really funny part of Jonathan. The robot voice that you murdered, which was the funniest thing by far that happened. And I still remember you speaking like that a lot in my head when I picture you, and it is awesome. You are such a beautiful person. I mean, we went through a lot there, and I feel like that was very powerful. And from what short time I've known you, you're a strong human. You have a lot of energy. That arrow thing was wow.
The group was giving me a hard time for being like so analytical, wanted to hear my heart, so I was...
Imagine that.
Yeah, I mean... No, I was like, I don't even remember what I did, but it was like...
Do it, Jonathan.
Use that microphone. Yeah, use that microphone.
Robot, I am a robot. I know to analyze things. I know how to get it right. Best percent chance. I've forgotten about that. That's a good one.
You're doing a great job.
When I started this job, and it was really scary, I was really on overload, and everyone's talking about energy and network, and I had a lot of information, and you broke it down in certain ways and explained some things to me that I never thought that I would be like, that's cool too. And the way you approached it was very patient, and just seeing you come in every time and learning about your adventures and just watching you go through things and bringing people in and talking about all of your stuff has been really inspiring and really amazing to hear. So thanks for the invite, and yeah.
Know Jonathan that well. We're still learning about each other, and I think that's a beautiful thing, you know. Like I've heard so many things about Jonathan, and he's actually part of my grassroots because I'm still getting into video and stuff, and he hired me, and he's very understanding about the whole process, and yeah, I'm just really appreciative of his patience and understanding, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, John, for the opportunity and just giving everyone the opportunity to heal themselves. Yeah.
Thanks. Jonathan showed up in the community probably almost a year ago now with this guy.
Yeah.
We do Sunday night authentic relating circles. And yeah, I mean, the transformation thing, I've seen Jonathan probably go through the biggest transformative experience I've ever witnessed one time in one of those circles where he just, all this energy had built up and he just let out this huge cathartic scream, and it was all about a story that he had that he had to repress his own happiness to fulfill his spiritual mission. And after that experience, I saw him completely shift into just way more playfulness and easefulness, and you know, I'm just, yeah, totally proud of you and impressed that you continue to lean into transformation and keep just dropping these layers off. And yeah, it's beautiful to know you. I love you, and thank you for being part of this family.
Aho.
Aho.
Maybe, yeah, Claire.
All right. Jonathan, happy birthday. Over the last year or so that I've known you, I've watched you, just like everyone here has said, go through so much transformation. But more, what I've seen is the transformation that you offer people too. And the classes that you lead and the dedication that you have to share the information that you're learning is so incredible. We've been hosting workshops and kind of event series here, and Jonathan handed me his overview of his class, and it was like a full-blown thesis statement. And I was like, holy cow, you put a lot of work into this. But that's the amount of work that you put into yourself, and that's the amount of work that you're giving to your students who go to these classes, and it's really beautiful to watch you blossom and to watch you share. And I love seeing how much the room lights up with the spells that you cast. And this man is a wizard in disguise. But I love seeing more and more you taking off that disguise and really shining your light and being who you are. And yeah, love you. Happy birthday.
Hey Jonathan!
Hey Jonathan.
Happy birthday. Thank you for inviting us, and you are such a beautiful soul. Keep spreading your light with the world.
The best energy, and you're a spreader of the best energy. Keep spreading that energy because you're super awesome, and I'm so happy to have met you, and thank you for inviting us. Love you, buddy.
I'm on, which is the healing path, which is the path of the healer, the wounded healer. And my journey as the wounded healer, coming up and moving here, my life has been healed so much through connections with other people. And knowing the transformation that I've had in my life, I know that I can help others transform too as well and heal those other wounded healers.
Right.
And Jonathan, he's just on the same path as me. So I see him coming to my house every 2 weeks, getting a 5-hour massage from Qual, not just massage, but energy work. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is serious about his healing.
Yeah.
He's really serious.
Yeah.
Like, props to that. Like, that's how, like, that's awesome. That's like awesome. And I'm like, that dude's on the same path as me, and he probably has the same heart. And he's coming in my house, in my home.
Yeah.
And he's just sharing his energy, and then he's inviting me to stuff.
Yeah.
And then he's inviting Qual, and he's inviting the whole entire household to different kind of stuff in Riverside. And so like that's him contributing to not only me, but like my whole household. So that's how I see it. Happy birthday, Jonathan. Wishing you health and happiness forevermore. For you to touch other people's lives, and for you to be a light that your inner being sees you as.